Okay guys, well guess what? I just realized that coming up we have the Lancaster Lock Collector Show, which is back. Yes, I'm so excited. I can't wait to go. That's August 3rd in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. You can check the websites to find out all the information and location and all that stuff. What I'm gonna do is the next couple of these off the cuffs, we're also gonna feature some of the locks that I have in these drawers. See, I ran out of cuffs, so I filled some drawers with some cool locks, and I'll show you them too. So for this week, we're gonna look at this drawer of boxes that I have. And the reason I'm showing you these, oh, there's the H&Rs. The reason I'm showing you just this amount of boxes, other than the original boxes that I showed you before, which aren't that many, is because I don't have that many, because I'm an idiot. I should have saved every box that came with every pair of cuffs I bought since I was like 15, but I didn't. That's something that I also didn't do with my Star Wars stuff when I was a kid and my Mego collection. I never saved the original boxes. I didn't even learn that that was the thing until it was way too late. So I just wanted to show you this drawer of the few boxes that I have of the modern cuffs anyway. The vintage ones I, definitely kept with the cuffs that came with them. But with these, I just wanted to show you just how few I have. This is my sad reminder drawer to never ever throw out paperwork or original packaging material or anything like that that comes with this stuff when you can get it. So that's pretty much it. Now, I know there's no handcuffs in this drawer, so I'm going to show you some of the stuff that you might have noticed before in the background for these videos. Coming up, we're going to take a look at the jail locks, and like I told you, there's some padlocks, one or two, and some jail locks in here. That'll be in the next 2 episodes in honor of the Lancaster Lock Show. And if you go, maybe you'll get one of these. Isn't that cool? Yes. But around the corner, well, one of the things I like about these cabinets is that you can use the handles for stuff other than they were designed for. On this one, I know you've seen these cuffs hanging in the background before and probably wondered what's going on. Well, except for these, which are awesome. These are all chains that came. These chains came in that batch that I got of the semi-broken Smith & Wessons and modern cuffs. These are just connecting chains of all different types and sorts, so they don't really, they're not marked or anything, but the cuffs that are all here are all ones that need repairs or working on or works in progress or are waiting cleaning or something like that. So this is pretty much the on-deck circle. It's a baseball reference. This is pretty much the on-deck circle of cuffs that I'm working on, or that some of them are just frozen. They're completely useless, so I might make them cutaways, little projects that are sort of like, things that you can get around to when you get around to them that aren't really pressing. So that's what this handle is. Apart from these are just so cool. And I got these at the same lock convention that I got that. And you know who you are. Thank you so much for giving me that. That is, a lot of people laugh when they see that thing. So that's what this bar is. This is just chains and stuff to work on. Okay. Now on this side, these are just some of the soft leather restraints that I have. Most of them are by the Humane Restraint Company, including the mitten muff things with the locking buckles. You can see the locking buckles. Now, of course, I collect this stuff, being an escape artist. because you never know when you're going to be challenged with something, and you have to know how to beat this kind of stuff. Most of them, like I said, are made by the Humane Restraint Company. Some of these are posies. Some are other companies that they didn't mark them or whatever. There's all sorts of belts. The leather is getting brittle on some of them, and I treat them every once in a while with this leather preservation stuff that you get at antique dealers, mostly for furniture and things like that. But these wood, this one's really weird, and it takes a pin tumbler lock. Now, I haven't researched this yet, but I'm wondering if this is the same guy that made the chain handcuffs. I don't know. I honestly, I just have not looked into it yet. To be honest, these are just cleaned up where I could read it recently. So I like the ones, the buckles that lock, especially on straitjackets too. I have about 20 straitjackets or so, but that's a different subject. But anyway, so I know these aren't actual handcuffs, but they're still cool anyhow, and especially the ones that lock. Mostly are the Humane Restraint, but they came obviously in all sorts of different configurations. Some are just single cuffs. They all appear extremely small when you first get them, and some of these I thought, oh my gosh, like check these out. Like some of these I thought that they must have shrank over time, because you know some of these date back to the 30s and the 20s, but no. Oh, look, a fashion statement. But no, they actually were designed to fit that snug, and you can see this shows how they were adjustable. Yeah, right. All right. So we have those two handles. Let's go see the other one. This side, it's more police restraints. We have the grips. We've got a, where is it? We've got a Smith & Wesson attached to a belt. We've got the assorted restraint belts that you would thread the belly chain through or thread the handcuffs through. All different kinds. From all different manufacturers. These probably were owned by a guy named Thomas. I don't know. Some of them take standard handcuff keys, like the grips do. Others take keys according to the manufacturer, but basically these are all the soft belt restraints. And all the grips, do you remember back when I told you that somebody just gave me a bunch of handcuffs at one time? These were in them, and they were all covered in cobwebs and spider nests and stuff like that, but they cleaned up nicely. And I told the guy when he gave them to me that I would take care of them, and you know, I did clean them up as best I could. So there you go. See, I keep my word. I guess this week's edition is pretty much boxes and leathers, because there was a lot of leather restraints and a lot of boxes that I showed you. And please tune in again next week, because even though we're not going to feature handcuffs like I said in the next two editions, I do have some really cool jail locks and some cool padlocks, and some of them were made by the same manufacturers that make handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? Like I have some Romer padlocks. That's always cool to see that handcuff companies, when they also produce locks, because not all of them did. You know, so if you can get items other than the restraints that the companies made that still have locking mechanisms, that's pretty cool too, and that's good for the collection. So I know this was short, but that's because we got the lock show coming up. I've done a lot of magic shows and been working a lot on the collection. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a good summer. Stay cool out there. Please stay hydrated, and don't forget to tune in next time.
you.